Hello YouTube, this is Techie just coming at you with my 20th Q&A. I got a ton of questions this week. Again, holy crap, it's like every other week I get a crap ton of questions now. It's in one way pretty awesome, but another way, it's a lot of questions. Better get into it so I can answer all of them. Question number 1. What editing software do you use? So my main video editing software I use is iMovie, just because it's the easiest to cut and pretty much just splice whatever I want and put it where I need it to go. It's simple software, but it does the job well for me for what I need it for. And pretty much what I do is I film everything and then I load that up into iPhoto. I drop all my videos off and I import them into there, so that when I go to iMovie, they're all there for me. Because also you can import directly from your camera right into iMovie, but they actually take your files and it loads it into another portion of your computer and takes up memory. And I'm running a solid state drive that doesn't have a lot of memory on it as my main drive that my operating system's operating off of. So yeah, I pretty much just do that, and then to add all my little tidbits at the end or whatever, I put that into ScreenFlow. So I import my actual video into ScreenFlow and I add my intro and I add my music and I add pretty much everything extra on top of that other than just like a normal video clip.
Why do you only wear sweaters?
I wear sweaters all the time because I love hoodies. I don't know what it is. I've just always loved hoodies. I have a ton of hoodies, actually. I probably have over 20 hoodies. I don't have a lot of clothes in general. I have probably around 10 t-shirts that I have graphics and stuff on, and then 20 sweaters, and then like 5 pairs of pants. And that's pretty much my wardrobe, plus sweatpants and pajama pants and stuff like that. But yeah, I wear sweaters not only because I just feel that it just regulates my temperature, I guess, because I am in a basement right now. It's not that cold down here, but I find that wearing a sweater in this house right now, especially in winter, I'm at a level of temperature that a sweater fits me best, I guess. I don't know, I'm comfortable with it. I come from school in a sweater, and I just end up staying in a sweater because I feel warm and cozy, and it's nice and soft and stuff.
Smosh or Ray William Johnson?
This is not a really good question because I don't really watch either of them. I've watched some Smosh videos, not many of them. I don't even think I'm subscribed to Smosh. I should probably subscribe to Smosh because the videos that I have watched of his are pretty decent, but I'm subscribed to so many people that I don't know if I'd be even able to get around to watching them. I have never been subscribed to Ray William Johnson. I'm probably one of the only people on the planet that aren't subscribed to Ray William Johnson. I just don't find his stuff as good as Phil DeFranco stuff. I watch Philly D. I've been subscribed to Phil DeFranco for a long time, or at Sexy Phil for a long time, and I actually prefer watching him because he does videos on stuff that's interesting to me. Ray William Johnson just takes normal videos, I guess, that have gone viral, or videos that were sent into him, and does video on it. I just feel that watching a video on the news is a lot more interesting. Smosh, on the other hand, is very creative, and I like the way that they make their videos so incredibly well put together, and their effects and whatnot are pretty decent in it. I should probably subscribe to Smosh, so I guess if I had to pick one, it'd be Smosh.
Have you ever thought about painting your own headphones?
Yeah, I've totally thought about painting my own headphones. But the deal is, with that, I don't want to paint a pair of headphones, screw them up, and then not have a decent pair of headphones anymore. If you guys have been following me long enough, I used to actually paint iPhone cases when the 3GS came out. It seems like such a long time ago. But I did. I painted Rebel Scholar plastic cases, and I would order 10 of them, paint them, and sell them. And it worked out pretty decently, except for the fact that the paint seemed to chip off after a while if you weren't careful with it, or if you didn't keep it in your pocket all the time and you dropped it out of your pocket, the paint would start to eventually chip off. And I have that fear with normal headphones. I don't think paint will adhere to plastic as well as people think paint will. There are a whole bunch of spray can companies that say this paint adheres to plastic. You can spray paint plastic. I have not witnessed actually finding some type of spray paint that actually adheres to plastic. So probably not. I don't think I would ever paint my headphones. I have thought about it, but I can't see it working.
iPad 2 or Asus Transformer Prime?
Okay, so in terms of a tablet, guys, the only tablet that I have ever used or have had a good experience with it is the iPad. I've used an iPad 1 and I've used an iPad 2. And both of them worked flawlessly for me. I had no issues with them. The only gripe I have with the iPad 2 is that it does not run Flash. That's about it. But for me, a tablet isn't really meant to run Flash. I actually sold my iPad 2 to put money towards getting my MacBook Air because I needed a new computer for school, and I honestly would prefer just to carry that around with me rather than a tablet. A tablet for me is more so for watching videos, just chilling while you're on the couch or on your bed, and I never really had an issue with websites if I were browsing the internet where I came across Flash issues. So for me, a tablet that runs smoothly and just runs better with the hardware and the software is more important, and for me that's why I think the iPad 2 is better than any Android tablet. Do I hate Android? No. I don't think that Android is up to date with all of their actual devices. I feel that they're quite behind on that and they're not that great at that, whereas Apple, if they release an update, it's all cross-platform and it's available to everybody and everybody knows about it. It's something that I have an issue with, and until Android is at that point where it is all across platform like that and it's informative that way, I will stick with iOS. It'll probably stay like that for a while. I'm not hating on Android. I don't know why people hate on Apple users, because you don't really see Apple users calling Android users Android fanboys. It only seems to be going the other way around. We are a tech community. We all love tech. If you guys prefer Android, don't be hating on people that use iOS and vice versa. It's stupid, stupid fighting, and yeah, that's my view on that. If you enjoy using an Asus Transformer Prime versus an iPad 2, then go for it. If that's the user experience you're looking for, why not take that route?
Do you read books in any way, shape, or form?
I don't really read a lot, guys. I don't have time to read. When I'm reading, I'm mainly reading stories for school that we're illustrating, or I'm reading anatomy books, like I've said in the past. I don't have a Kindle. I didn't really read on the iPad. If I did, it would be an article from lockergnome.com. But other than that, I really don't read a lot. If I do read anything, it'd be articles, tech articles and stuff like that. But no, I'm not the biggest fan of reading. I have read certain books, but I don't read a lot anymore because I don't have the time to do so.
Do you use Photoshop for photography?
Yes, I do, actually. My teachers this year, I have a digital class, and we talked a lot about that, about rendering changing our artwork, and from that I learned a lot of photo editing skills that I did not have before. Pretty much I just wing it. I play around with Photoshop and I try to make things the way I want them to be, and if they turn out the way that I want them to be, then sweet. If not, you learn, right? Every mistake you do or you go through with, you learn something new from it. So don't be scared of ever trying any new software or anything like that, because chances are you'll come out with a happy accident.
Have you ever traveled anywhere interesting?
I've never really gone anywhere. This is the truth. I've never really been anywhere exotic or anything like that. Like, I think I went to Germany when I was younger, but I was 2 years old. I really don't remember that. This past year, I went to Ottawa. So that was fun. I went there for like a week or so. I had never been to Ottawa before. Ottawa is in Canada, so again, that's not going anywhere extravagant. But for me, it was a lot of fun because I'd never been. I've been to Quebec. Again, still in Canada. So no, I haven't really been anywhere interesting. For me, interesting, yeah, because I actually like Canada a lot, so I don't know. I kind of want to go elsewhere. I want to go to the States so bad. I've never been to the States. You guys are probably all like, where have you been? Like, what? But no, I've never been to the States. I would like to go visit some YouTubers over there, you know, Tizzy Ty and Grizzy Gray and Jizzy Johnny. I guess you could say Jizzy Johnny. I'd like to visit them over there and actually interact with YouTubers because most of them live in the States.
What is your favorite digital speed painting you've done?
Okay, this is a very hard question. I don't know what digital speed painting I can pick as my favorite. I don't really know favorite. I can tell you a couple that I really like. I really love the tie and gray designs, just simply because that opened up a new door for me, and it got me talking to tie and gray. So those drawings in itself are just a memento of a great time in my life, and I will always remember that. So those are two that I really do love of my digital speed paintings. I love my Joker, my I Serious Steve Jobs painting. A lot of people think that's being rude, but all I was basically touching on was Steve Jobs as the Joker would be I Serious. Because, you know, why so serious? The Joker? Yeah, anyway. I was just playing on two concepts and putting them together. I didn't mean anything by it. And that was way before Steve Jobs passed away. So that drawing is important to me because it was my first one on my channel. I really love Lady Gaga because it's a really good concept piece, and I don't know if a lot of you understood it, but Lady Gaga, it's like her tongue coming out and like little monsters coming out of her mouth because she's creating little monsters, and that was the whole concept. Is Lady Gaga has a huge following, and such a huge following that she makes these fans that come out on her tongue on a conveyor belt. That was the whole point of that actual drawing. So yeah, I love all my digital speed paintings. Obviously I love some more than others, but those are just a few of them that I can tell you mean a lot to me.
Who is your favorite YouTuber?
Favorite ultimate YouTuber? This is very hard because I watch a lot of people. In terms of people that I've watched the longest, I've probably watched, no joke guys, Ty's iPhone helped the longest. I started watching his videos way back. He actually was one of the YouTubers that got me interested in reviewing technology to begin with, and he's younger than me, so he's a huge inspiration to me because he's so successful as to where he is, and he's so much younger than me, that it's just remarkable, really, to me. I think he's 2 years younger than me. I think he's as old as my brother, which is kind of creepy if you think about that, because I consider my brother, like, not... Anyway, he's my little brother, so I look at him like that, I guess. But yeah, so he's a huge inspiration to me. I look up to Phil DeFranco a lot because Philly D came from really not being able to afford even his rent or payments on his car to having companies upon companies and having his own business and being extremely successful, and that's where I want to be one day. I want to be at a point where I'm my own boss and I'm making enough money that I can pay people that I love in my life and people that I feel deserve a chance to make money, an opportunity to work by my side. Eventually one day I would like to have my own company, and I would like to hire illustrators, and I would like it to be a design firm, an actual design company. But then again, I really don't know what way my life's gonna take me, because right now this YouTube thing seemed to take off quite quickly, and who knows where I'm gonna be 2-3 years down the line. We'll see. I already have 2 more years after this semester's over left of school, and in my 3rd year I come off into summer, and I actually have to take an internship, and I have to work the whole entire summer, 40 hours a week, if not more than that. So I don't know where that's going to take me. I don't know if I'm going to have to leave YouTube temporarily. I don't know. I really don't. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to play it by ear and see where life takes me. But yeah, sorry, that kind of got off topic. In terms of my favorite YouTuber in general, I can't really say. Those 2 people are probably my 2 favorite YouTubers.
If you had the chance to digitize one historic artist piece of work, who would it be?
Digitize... Okay, historic. You guys are probably going to laugh at me because he's so incredibly well known. But Leonardo da Vinci was the first artist ever to really inspire me, and it was because of all of his different secrets, and this is well before the Da Vinci Code. I did a lot of papers on him for school, and we talked a lot about him. And one of his most famous paintings is the Mona Lisa, and I have a big gripe with the Mona Lisa in general, just because the Mona Lisa is so generic. His other works, like if you've ever researched Leonardo, look at his sketchbook drawings because they're absolutely extraordinary. His studies, he was one of the first artists to ever actually discover the innards of a human body. He was one of the first artists, or first people in general, to record what muscles look like. He is a huge inspiration to me, and I feel a huge inspiration to other artists, even artists at that time, and he always will be for me. To create his sketchbook work would be a dream for me. If I could draw as well or sketch as well as he can, I'd be set pretty much for life.
How do I private message you?
Okay, this is a really good question because the new YouTube layout is really weird. Pretty much what you do is you go onto my channel, you click onto my channel, and if you don't know how to do that, there's a little thing up here that will say Techie Jess with my little face and like an arrow. You click that, it'll take you to my channel, and on the right side, there will be a whole bunch of lists. of stuff. There should be the About Me page with this section where there's not a lot. And if as you scroll down, there will be a little thing in writing that says send message. You just click that and it will take you. Or you can go to your actual inbox. As a YouTube user, you have an inbox so people can communicate with you. And you just go to your inbox and you type in TechieJess to 2 and you'll send a message to me, no problem. That's private messaging. When you comment down below, that is a comment. Everybody can see that. Whereas if you private message, hence the private, only I can see it.
Can you make a DIY video for making a headphone rack?
I can do a type of video, I guess, like a tutorial, like a step-by-step on how to do it, but it wouldn't be video footage. It would be simply just pictures and like step-by-step. Because mine is already up on the wall, I wouldn't want to have to take it down and re-put it up, and I can't necessarily put it anywhere else in my house, but simply all it is it's pin board that you get at your local hardware store. And it's pretty cheap, actually. I think I got 4 sheets of it. I only have 2 up because I can only fit 2 for about $15, I think it was. So it's a very, very large sheet. So if you have a huge headphone wall and you have a big space, one of those sheets, great, $15. Plus the pins and stuff, I think it comes to around, it's under $30. Great solution, in my opinion. And pretty much you just get the pins and you put them in, and you can hang them off. It's the same type of board. If you have a dad that's kind of handy, he probably has these in his garage or in his workshop or whatever, to hang off tools. That's pretty much all it is. And it works great because you can get the different pins that fit your different style of headphones or whatever. And it works quite well. I use it all the time. Well, obviously I use it all the time. It's in my room and my headphones hang off it, and I have a lot of them at once. So it works out quite nicely for me. If you want to do that, let me know down below and I will figure out a way to actually do a video like that for you guys. Coffee break.
Where do you get your pillows?
So are you guys talking about my pillows that are back here? I actually made those. I cut the fabric. So I cut the fabric into like a square. My friend actually sews them for me, because I can't sew to save my life, guys. I can do it by hand, but not fast enough with a machine. Machines, actually, like sewing machines scare me because of the way that things are threaded. Once it's threaded, I can actually use a machine. It's not that big of a deal, but she does it for me because she's just faster and she gets it done faster. And then what I do is, and you leave one end open so you can put your fluff or whatever in there. And then I actually have transfer paper and I just print off, I make the design, print it off in a normal printer, let it dry for a little bit, take off the backing, and I just iron it on. That's what I do, actually. I do that a lot. And it seems to work out well. I mean, they look awesome. I love them. It's part of my room now. I'm never going to leave them behind. Always going to be with me. And yeah, it's something I was actually considering about selling, but they're a lot of money to ship for a pillow. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I may make pillowcases and put them up on my Etsy store. I don't know if you guys would like that, though. If you do, leave me a comment down below and I will definitely consider it.
What don't you like about OS X Lion?
There is a lot I don't like about Lion. Lion, to me, first of all, is extremely buggy. There's certain things that happen with it. My friend's computer, I updated her computer to Lion, and she had a battery warning on there saying that she needed to have her battery serviced, but her battery was lasting 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours. So clearly nothing was really wrong with her battery, but for whatever reason her computer was telling her otherwise, and it turned out that it was the fact that she was running Lion. So we actually downgraded back down to Snow Leopard. We had to get rid of all her files, back them all up, and it worked well. But there were certain things, like even other than that were happening that I noticed, where her windows would open funny, and just her files would stop moving. It was so buggy. And Launchpad and all those new features, I don't really feel that you need them. So it wasn't enough of an upgrade for me personally for me to really recommend Lion in general. I don't really use any of the new features of Lion. I hate that the initial setup of it, of your drives on Snow Leopard, you have them like in your top right hand corner, but in Lion they go in your Finder window and they're at the bottom. I don't like the new filing system, the way that they have stuff organized. It just makes it harder for me to understand things. So yeah, I prefer Snow Leopard. I don't see there's a ton of upgrade with Lion for me to personally upgrade at this time, and even with Mountain Lion coming out, I did an article on that, so check out my website, techiejust.com. There should be an article up there you can read on there. Not really an article, more so an opinion, asking you guys what you think, and there's a comment box on there now, so you can comment, let me know what you think about that. But I'm probably not going to even upgrade to Mountain Lion. I'm running Snow Leopard on my Hackintosh. It's not enough of an upgrade for me to worry about borking my machine, so I don't plan on doing that in the near future. I might upgrade to Mountain Lion on my Air, because I am running Lion. I figure I have to be running both operating systems to get a good feel of what I like better and what's going to be released. But yeah, I am not the biggest fan of Lion. I like Lion running on my Air because it came pre-installed with Lion, but my friends aren't having a good time with Lion, and my brother's not having a good time with Lion because it's on his computer. So I don't know. I don't really like Lion, to be honest. I find it buggy. I find that those bugs have not been fixed yet, and it's been a while, and I don't really use the new features. So for me, it's not really worth it.
Where do you get fake MacBooks?
You can get fake MacBooks pretty much on any Chinese site. Would I recommend them? No, because you're going to get them and they're going to be running Windows. That's just the way that it's going to be. Don't buy fake MacBooks. You can buy replicas. There are certain things that you buy replicas of. Computers, for me, not one of them.
Do you listen to music while you draw?
I always listen to music while I draw. It depends on what mood I'm in, too. If I need to get something done fast, I tend to listen to something that has a fast pace or is very catchy. When I am studying, I listen to classical music. It's the same thing. But yeah, I have to be listening to at least music for me to be able to concentrate at my whole entire best freaking capability possible. That didn't make sense. But you guys know what I mean. Do you know that you're awesome, good sir or good lady, for making my day when I read that comment? Awesome comment. Every time I read comments like that, just makes me smile, and there's a lot of hate around the internet, so when you get a nice comment, definitely brightens up your day, so thanks for that. So that about sums up my 20th Q&A, guys. Wow, that was a lot of questions. I am extremely out of breath. A lot of talking, because I talk a lot. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this Q&A. I always enjoy putting up Q&As for you guys. I think it's cool that you guys actually want to hear about me and about what I like in my life. But yeah, I've been struggling with school and stuff. I'm exhausted. If you guys cannot tell, I've got my coffee right here. Hopefully that gets me through the night. I've got a long night ahead of me of drawing. So yeah, I'm going to listen to some music and get that all done up and stuff so I can get that printed tomorrow. And yeah, got a whole bunch of stuff planned for you guys. Just waiting for my reading week, which is next week, to get it out for you guys. Be patient like you are, and you will be rewarded next week, I promise. I'm not going to tell you what though. Gotta leave some suspicion. Anyway, guys, until next time, Toodles!